Hello and welcome in. My name is Drumroll Tony. I'm a streamer on Twitch, musician and music teacher living in Seattle. There have been like a lot of comment requests for more JoJo's music, so we're going to do it, obviously. We did a musical analysis to the openings. Really like that. We reacted to Giorno's theme. That was funky. We're going to do Jotaro's theme. I'm excited. Remember, I've never seen the show. I really don't know what's going on. I've read a couple comments, what you guys have told me, but for the most part, I have no clue what's going on, but I like music, so let's get into it. All right, it says Stardust Crusaders. Hopefully, yeah. All these names with all these things. Okay, here we go. Let's go. Woo. All right, cool. Right, that's a very funky intro. It's kind of similar to the other one, so I can see how they're related. The first thing I'm noticing, I really like the digga in the drum there. That was pretty cool. The bass drum part though, it's like this is like funky, almost funky reggaeton, like boom, boom, boom. But it deviates from that a little bit and it goes somewhere else. I just want to hear the intro again, and I'm gonna let it play out this time. It's just super funky, very pattern based. This would be like. There's got to be cover bands doing this stuff all the time because you'd pack the dance floor immediately playing this. That was a cool little crescendo. Little fade in. Cool snare drum sound of that. It's like digital, you know. Okay. This is good music, man. That little guitar line, that melody, I was like, okay. The beginning is so pattern based. I expected that melody to be not as cool as it was, and it was really good. And then the way the horns came in, it's suddenly just more of like a big band setting. I'm not surprised, to be honest with you, because of how much I learned from reading the comments in the openings of how much music has inspired the writer creating all the characters, at least from what I'm reading in the comments. Remember, I know nothing. But that writing right there musically was amazing. I'm going to go back 20 seconds so I can catch the end of the melody there, and then into the way the horns embellished that melody. It was really nice. Great saxophone solo, like straight up just like massive elements of jazz there. And you can hear the bass player. Boom, 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 boom. So we go from like the funky, kind of like borderline, you know, like acid, a little bit fusion stuff going on, but then there's still like a lot of elements of like traditional jazz happening. So this is great. Let's go back 5, and I think it's a guitar solo next. I'll start talking. I couldn't quite tell. This is really nice though. Okay, I just need... I'll shut up in a second. We went from like, I don't know, like a funky sound and Coltrane-ish sound to now just like just shredding on the guitar. That's extreme variety. Like, hold on, I'm gonna go back 10. I just want to get into the start of the solo again. That's funny, but in a good way. Is there any chance that this is saxophone with effects on it, or is that a guitar player? Sometimes you can't tell, man. Like, I don't know. I honestly, it could be both, right? I don't know. You tell me. Wait, when did the bass get that bass sound change? Well, I need 10 seconds back. Sorry, I gotta hear how the bass changed there. I love this melody. That's about ready to blow my ears out. That, the second time through it, I feel, I mean, this might be wrong, but I feel like it's right. The first time we heard that melody, it was not nearly as intense. Like, I'm really hearing the picking on the guitar player. Like, it's aggressive. And then the horns were much louder with a lot more strings on it that time. I might be wrong. It just felt a lot heavier, but the variety is appreciated though, 100%. All right, back 5 seconds. Here we go. That was some wild piano stuff there. There was like so much like some funky rhythms there, and this massive like we call them tone clusters when there's so much, you know, sonorities is another word that we use of like there's also a lot of things. It's all on purpose, you know. One of our theory professors in college had a joke, like he had a thing called bum clusters where like he would actually like sit on the piano and he'd have like, it's a joke, but the idea is like it's still jazz, right? Because you could still like count out and be like, okay, this is this chord right here with all these extensions. But this is not, that little piano extension there is not quite a bum cluster, but definitely way outside of every other solo we've heard so far. That was definitely stepping outside of it in a very cool way. Back 5, here we go. Okay, I can safely tell you, I've never heard whoa 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 da ga da ga 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 like this triplet wind thing, and then suddenly go back into the funk groove. Like it departed from it so much, and then it went right back to it. That's very cool writing. Going back 10 seconds, have to hear that again. That's cool. Let's go Barry Sax, baby. Okay, that's the coolest part of the piece so far. Like, I don't know, maybe the first one was a diminished chord, like very like a train horn sounding, like very like brassy like that. Did you know that every train's horn actually is a diminished chord? Now, if you're a musician, you know what that is. Basically, if you're not a musician, you're like, well, what's a chord? Chords are where we stack notes on top of each other, and the most simple, like basic one is a major chord, where generally it consists of 3 tones, the root, the third, and the fifth. We're not going to go into what that means in this video, but just know a diminished chord in the simple, there's a couple variations, but the simplest one is root, flat 3, and a flat 5. So every train you're hearing has some kind of at least bass variation of that. But anyway, that's a little pre-reaction video that's not really needed. We do need, what is needed is to go back 15 seconds and to hear this little development, because that came out of nowhere. This is wild. I swear to God, just with the limited exposure that I have to JoJo's, I'd say this is probably some of the most varied stuff. And this is a 5-minute song. We've already heard so many things. Like, okay, this is amazing. Is it like, is it gonna drop right there? That is, you know, like suddenly it's, okay, hold on. Hold on. Going back 10. Good Lord, dude. You got like the big band stuff going on. We still got the we got the funk thing going. You almost have like a dubstep. Like I keep waiting for the floor to drop out, and it's gonna be, you know, like everything that you listened to from like 10 years ago that was happening. Like, this is fascinating. All right, there's a minute left. How many other things are gonna happen in a minute? This is wild. Man, super overdrive fuzz on the end there. All right. I can comfortably say that is probably so far my favorite piece of music from JoJo's. I want to know how the composer like sat down and was like, you know what? Let's travel through like 6 genres of music in 5 minutes of time, but yet have it be like thematically all relative and build on each other, but have all these weird, and then like 4 count long, sometimes like 2 count long, like this interlude's not the right word because it's not an interlude, but like this little glue segment that pulls you, pulls your ear like way over here, and then suddenly we're back to the funk groove. There needs to be more music like this. You know, it probably is, I just haven't discovered it yet, but I really like this. So that was awesome. I think I'm gonna have to watch this show just on the music alone. Like, I'm sure it's an amazing show, but the show, even if the show sucked, I still think I'd have a great time just based on the music that we've listened to so far. So thank you so much for those recommendations. Keep these coming because these are gonna keep popping up. This is a good time for sure. My name is Drumroll Tony. I'm a streamer on Twitch. Catch me when I'm live so we can talk about JoJo's music or other animes or video games. You can find the link to my Twitch channel in the video description below, as well as my Discord. Would love to have you there. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel so you can catch the next one. All right, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. See you later. Bye-bye.